Yo, 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 what's the word, YouTube? It's your boy, Smoke With Me TV, rolling up another one. You already know we got your boy, USS Cunningham in the
Yeah,
building, coming to tell his story, his journey through boxing. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna talk a lot of other shit too. This right here is something that was this is long overdue. This is my guy right here. I talked to him a few times on the phone, a few times in Clubhouse on Punch by
yeah,
Punch, our brand. But I had a chance to meet him at a TCL fight, Philly versus Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? He was on with Philly and I was with Vegas, you know. But it's all good. We took the L in stride. We took the L in stride. But listen, man, what's going on with you today, my brother?
nothing, man. Getting ready to train my son, train Junior after this, and just relax. It's the weekend, man. Actually, I'm gonna do some training myself with him, and stay in shape. Possibly see me in the TCL this next season,
Oh
and
yeah?
yeah, that's what I'm shooting for. So
Okay.
let's see.
That might be a little cheat code for them heavyweights up there, man.
Ah,
I'm gonna
man,
tell you.
it's only one round, man.
Nah, but that you know that one round, some shit can happen in that one round, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, it can.
Listen, man, because I don't know how many people out there really met this brother, but don't let the TVs or the pictures or any of that fool you with this dude, man. He might got that salt and pepper a little bit in the head, but when I met him, this man looked like he early 30s.
Hey, that's what's
Like
up, bro.
he early 30s, man, and was still cut the fuck up.
Hey,
So he talking about coming to TCL, man. Y'all got a problem on y'all hands, man.
hey,
You know what I'm saying? That
that's
might
what
be a
I'm talking.
cheat code.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I've been. I talked with Dewey. Last season, and he was like, "Yo, let's go, man." Then, I talked with the coach for Philly, but it seemed like I don't know. We still got to talk, but I mean, I don't know if I'm not 100% if I'm gonna be in for the Philly team. And that'd be sad, very sad. So, I talked to Atlanta. Because I started boxing. I started my pro career down in Atlanta. I lived in Atlanta for a while.
Okay.
So that would be fitting, if Philly don't take me, so we'll see. But I got other options too, so but I most definitely want to get back in there, man, mix it up, have some fun, just be seen again. I love boxing. It's an addiction, man. Any way I can get it, I'm gonna get that hit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get that.
Nah, shit, man, I could dig it, man. You got another guy I'm real cool with is Chop Corley.
That's my bro.
And yo, listen, man, he don't want to stop.
That's my bro. Like when you like us, man, like the way we did our careers, we lived this. I mean, you got, everybody blows the horn for Floyd. Oh, he's the hardest worker in boxing, But then I'm like, yo, bro, I've been working hard too. Not saying I'm working harder, but but I'm like, bro, people who know me, man, see me in the gym with weights on my back, weights on my wrist, running every day, sprint, swimming, man, lifting weights. Bro, I can't get out of shape right now. I'm still running sprints with my sons. We ran sprints, 400 meters, 800 meters. We run sprints the other day. Bro, I'm ready, man. I'm always ready.
I like I said, it seemed like you was ready when I met you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm standing, I'm like, yo, listen, man, this dude right here is a fucking legend, man. Like, and I'm
Sorry,
sitting
bro.
here, I'm talking to this brother, and I'm looking at you. I'm like, yo, this is a big fucking dude. I'm like, and
Yo,
he looked
man.
like he still could be in there with either some of these young. Let's be real, the heavyweight division really ain't all that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Facts.
Besides,
Yeah.
like people like Usyk, you know what I'm saying? It's really not all that. You could
Yeah.
take out a lot of them today.
I
I
mean,
believe.
listen, Usyk, me and Usyk are the same height, 6'3". Um, I always said, guys my size are a terror to the big guys because we're tall, but we're not that tall. We can get in, we can get out. We still got that crazy power, and the boxing ability is A1. You know what I mean? So that's why Usyk was giving him fits. That's why I gave Fury fits. I gave all the heavyweights fits. I gave Mansoor his first loss. He was on a knockout streak. I gave him his first loss for the USBA heavyweight title in Philly. Man, Adamic 2 was such a robbery. I beat him, but they got me. And then I fought Tarver, and that was a draw. So man, guys our size give these dudes fits, man. So I mean, shoot, if I got an opportunity to make another run, that would be great, man. That would be, whew, I would most definitely show and prove because I'm a little bit smarter and different. I've been sparring the younger guys, man, and it's just fun now. It's really fun. Big time fun.
They give Turkey Al Sheik that call.
Yo, man, most definitely.
And listen, you hit him up on Instagram and some shit like that. He answers people, man.
Oh,
So
facts. Okay.
hit him up. Hit
Okay.
him up.
Okay.
You know what I'm
For
saying? And
real.
I guarantee you know who you are. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Especially him dealing with Fury. You know what I mean? Because listen,
Yeah.
you was one of the people besides Deontay Wilder and Usyk to really give that man a problem. Like
Yeah.
you really gave him a problem. I think if I'm
And
not mistaken, you gave him his first knockdown.
and people fail to realize, man, Fury was in shape when I fought him. I fought an in shape young Fury. You know
Sure
what I
did.
mean? Early 20s Fury. So uh it was that was a good fight. Even though it ended sadly and foully for me. I had a bad taste in my mouth for a while, pause. But it was a great experience overall. And then now that I'm looking back, and then it's good. Everybody saw the performance and everybody was moved by the knockdowns and the heart and the drive and even his knockout, on his side. That was an epic fight for him to come back and pull that out. So good times, man. Good times.
Yo, talking about that fight, right?
Right?
There was a lot of bullshit in that fight with Tyson Fury.
Totally.
I even seen an interview with the ref that fight.
Eddie Cotton.
I
RIP.
yeah, I was say RP Teddy Cotton. He
Yeah.
did a whole interview. Said he ain't never seen a more cheating fighter
Yeah.
than Tyson Fury in that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my thing was like, all right, if you seen that, why you ain't take more points or do more to stop?
Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing, and I was kind of because boxing ain't a game to me. Boxing's never been a game to me. It's never been entertainment only. It's been my life. It's been what I poured into boxing. I left the Navy to chase this boxing dream, and I'm like, I left a naval career, and it's like, nah, this ain't a game. So, in that fight. Fury was putting his forearm in my throat, cutting off my breath. He, head butted me. Da, da, da. I think Eddie took 1 point. I don't know if it was two. I
Did
think it
not.
was one.
He definitely took a point.
Yeah, he took a
I,
point,
I
but
watched it again today.
right. So I felt, afterwards, I'm like, man, he could have took a point there. He could have took a point there because me and Eddie Cotton got, we had a relationship. He's a cool dude, and he reffed a few of my fights in Germany, probably like two more of my fights in Germany. So not that I was looking for, a lookout enough. And this is all hindsight. I'm just like, damn, Eddie could have took a point there. He could have took a point here, or he could have DQ'd him for that last shot, pinning me and shit. But it didn't happen, and I was a little angry at Eddie for that. So last time I saw Eddie was 2020 January, and we were all ringside because I was commentating the J Rock um Rosario fight in Philly and the undercard for that fight. I was commentating the undercard for that fight. So I'm sitting in the corral and I saw Eddie and we looked and nodded, gave each other a nod. And I was like, man, I'm gonna go over there and holler at him after this. But all the excitement, I missed him. And then he died, I think midway through 2020 or some shit.
Yeah.
Or, and I was just like, damn. I wanted to let him know it wasn't no hard feelings, no more, because I did hold a little grudge, but it was over, So I just wanted, that was my first time seeing him since the fight in 2014, and I just wanted to let him know, like, bro, it's all good. I get it. It is what it is. And he passed away. I couldn't tell him, man. So I was really bummed about that.
So how I meant to hit. I meant to call you right after the Usyk fight because
Yeah,
I wanted to get your take. Like every time Fury fights, you know what I'm saying? Somebody always find you somewhere
yeah,
and they always get you to put your input in. And I always, whenever I see Fury fight, I'm like, I wonder what SS thinks.
yeah.
Because like I said, you the first person I ever seen give him a fight. And I guarantee Usyk definitely studied what you did.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that
He
too. He
definitely
had to.
studied what you did to Fury. And you
He had to.
implemented that in his game plan. Like
Yeah, he most definitely implemented. I'm sorry. Go. You got it.
how, how was your feelings about that fight? your true feelings about that fight with him and Usyk from the
the
beginning.
the first fight, I thought Fury did good in those earlier rounds. I thought he did good. I wanted him to most definitely lose. You know what I mean? I'm rooting for the cruiserweight champ. Cruiserweight the cruiserweight. And then Usyk turned it around in that second half. But after the fight, I was ecstatic, man, because I just was like, it's about time, Fury didn't get to lean on somebody and drain them and this and that. Usyk did his thing and kept him at bay. And I credit everybody saw what Fury did to me when he came to America. All the leaning, that was new to us. We didn't know Fury was gonna fight like that. Nobody knew he was gonna fight like that. And he switched it up and got the win. So in order for Usyk to get that win, shifted it. But you see Usyk landed some overhand lefts, some left hooks, off of the jab. And I'm like, he most definitely studied that. Now in the second fight, we've seen it a bit more. And I'm like, the boxing ability, the smaller guy fighting a 6'9" guy, you can box or you can get in, get out. You can get in more punches and get out. But Fury is a good student of the game. He could have, if he boxed more, he could have did better. But Fury got that fight in him, and he wanna thug it out, and that's his problem.
And what was your true honest opinion about them gloves with Deontay Wilder?
Yeah,
I know
I
it's
mean,
been a minute. People don't care. I'm always with somebody like I went crazy over that glove
yeah,
situation. The egg weight,
yeah.
nah,
Yeah. I don't know about that. I'm
the
not.
egg
I'm
weight,
not.
I don't know about that.
Right.
I always ignored that.
Facts.
The the water, I was iffy about it. The only reason why I was iffy about it was because Mark Breland did say, I ain't give this man no water the whole time. I was,
Yeah.
I'm saying that he was in that corner that fight. But
Yeah.
I obviously, you obviously seen him giving him water the whole entire fight.
Right. Right.
That gave me a little bit of I don't know, but my thing was the gloves in the first fight was just flapping all around.
Yeah, that
And
shit
in
right
the
there.
and then in the second fight, you seen nothing but knuckles
Yeah.
coming on the top of the glove.
Yeah. So that first fight, that's the one I did a video on. Is on YouTube. Uh, I got a lot of flack from that and a lot of support behind it. Because people saw what I saw. I mean, I've never seen anybody's glove go back like that. Go that far back. Never. Mine's never ever did that. I've been boxing for 20 some years as a pro, as an amateur, 24, 25 years. So um that come on, man. We know it was him sliding it off the wrist. Now here's another thing though. This will end it all. This will end it all. After everybody start pointing out the fact that that's what Fury's doing, he's punching people with where the pad isn't at, and the thing is just flapping.
Mm-hmm.
How many times we seen his gloves do that since?
Not once.
We ain't seen it once because he
Not
he
once.
stopped because he stopped pulling the fucking glove off the top. So that
And
answers the whole question.
there's another fight I seen that in with him too
Yeah.
when he
There
fought
was
Chris
a
Cora.
and you seen the one where the referee made him fix his glove and shit.
Yeah, he made him take the gloves off and
Made him
change
take the gloves off. Yeah,
before the
so
fight even
that's
started.
right. So that's something Fury does or did. Now after it became public, and everybody started talking about it. I did my video. I think another guy did a video. Even Earl Spence mentioned it. Other fighters mentioned stuff, and even one fighter, I forgot his name, white guy from the Michigan area. He was like, "Man, that's what we used to. That's what they used to do up in Michigan in the amateurs. And people when they would get warned about it. So after that came out, we ain't seen it no more. And people would tell me, "Oh, that's him just throwing a hook." Right? We ain't see it no more. That's
Nah,
all
for
I'm saying.
real. I'd have had all types of slack about that on my channel. Um, let me see. To you, Jair, Young Pharaoh was the first one. He was the one that put it out. Period. He put
Yeah,
it. He was the first one to put it out. Young Pharaoh, peace to Young Pharaoh.
yeah,
But
peace.
what what I seen was I seen what's his name? I call him the little troll. Um, the one that Pacquiao and Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton was in his corner.
Yeah, you saw
I watched,
that. You saw him
I watched
press the
Tyson
glove up.
Fury.
I
I
saw that,
watched
man.
Tyson Fury put his hands like this on the
He was
rope.
like, "Phew."
yup, and he was pulling them things up. You know what I'm saying?
because the
So
glove is so loose, he can just do it when he wanted to, man. So people, it is what it moves. Get out of here with that. So people, when people are fans of a fighter, the fanatical. You know what I'm saying? These people are fanatical. Hey, come close this door. They're fanatical, and they believe these fans. They believe these. I mean, I'm sorry. They believe these athletes can't do shit. They believe they can't do no wrong. And bring them dogs in here. Bring them in. Come here, Uzi. So they believe these fighters can't do no wrong. They treat them like gods. You know what I mean? So they literally we see the glove bending backwards. We see it. That shit is impossible in the human. The human wrist don't bend back that far. That joint was basically touching back here almost.
it was, and not for nothing. You got to think your hand alone ain't gonna go all the way back there. Not only that, then you got those wraps
Right.
on your
Right.
hand. Then you got
Right.
the glove on your
Right.
hand. The glove is taped right around your wrist.
Right.
There's no way, and
Right.
that's to help your wrist from bending when you punching.
Exactly.
So there's no way in the world that I could fall for that. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? But
Facts,
people got
man.
their
So
own people got their own agendas,
they
and
got their own agendas, man. They got their own, people who just want to nut suck. That's all they dick eat. You know what I mean? Like, let them go ahead, bro. But I said what I said, and now I'm saying what I'm saying. We haven't seen that ever again, and we won't in Fury because it was some illegal bullshit, and he corrected it. Period.
facts. So all right, back on to you. What was it that made you start boxing?
Yo, man, that's a good question. I used to get bullied a lot, when I was a kid.
Mm,
And because we moved around a bit, probably like every 2 years I was born in North Philly, 25th and Lehigh, Marston Street, over that way. Then we moved to West Philly, moved to Logan, moved to Southwest Philly, moved back to Logan, so, and then back to Southwest. So I was a new kid on the block a bit. And man, junior high, it just started going down. I wasn't a punk, but I wasn't a fighter at the time. I didn't know what I had in me. So somebody get fly with me, I got fly back. And one time these dudes jumped me, man. They all chased me home, jumped me. I went to a new school. Soon the first day of school, I go to Turner Middle School, and Muggs tried to jump me in the first couple of days of school. So I was getting jumped like once a week or attempted to get jumped. And I
and
just was like, F it, man. I'm fighting back, So I fought them mugs back. I got them dudes back one by one, beat the trash out of them. You know, I mean, beat the snot out of them dudes. And I was just like, yo, like, that's when it started, man, I can fight, So I wasn't on some thug crap then, but I was on some, you mess with me is over, So from there, I always wanted to box. Now I'm in high school. The closest boxing gym was at Myers Recreation Center. I was at 57th and Hatfield. But for whatever reason, some guys who trained there, they just didn't like me. Oh, we gonna shoot him. They were talking about shoot me, and I'm like, what? I ain't do shit. I ain't do none of these mugs. So I couldn't go to that gym because they worked out at that gym. So I went to 25th and Master because now I lived at 20th and off of 20th and Girard. So me and my homeboy, we would go to 25th and Masters and at the rec, and we worked out one day. The coach there, it was wall to wall kids up in that mug. I mean, like 20, 30 kids. And the coach was like, hit the bag. We did that 3 days in a row. The last day I was like, if this coach tell me hit the bag again, I'm out because I wanted to learn. I didn't know that was part of the learning process. And I come in the gym, coach like, yeah, hit the bag. And I'm like, man, I'm out of here. So I left. And after that, about 2 years later, I joined the Navy. So when I joined the Navy, the Navy recruiter was like, what's your hobbies? So, I told him boxing. I was fabricating. You know what I mean? I like boxing. Yeah, I did love it. I loved it. I wanted, it was like calling me, but and he was like, yo, the Navy has a boxing team. So I was like, oh snap. So I graduated boot camp, get stationed in Norfolk, Virginia, and the Navy boxing team trained like 30 minutes away. So I would go train at the gym they trained at all by myself. Didn't know what I was doing. I just had this oomph in me. And I finally linked up with this guy named Major Hanson, white guy, white Marine, and he showed he had the buzz cut and everything, and he would get in there and spar with me, mitts, all of this stuff, and he got me my first fight, man. So I got my first fight against the light heavyweight champ of the United States Navy.
Damn.
And this dude had like 30, he had like 40 fights, been to the nationals. I got in there and I outworked him. I outworked him, won the decision, man. And that's what set me off, man. That was it.
All right, all right, all
That
right.
was it.
And shit, you was 3-time world champion in the cruiserweight division.
Two-time world champ, cruiserweight division, USBA heavyweight champ.
All
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
all right, all right. What was your feeling when you got that first championship belt?
Man, there's a whole story behind that. Like I'm gonna brief it up. I was with Don King. I was number one. Because O'Neal Bell, who was the unified champ at the time, he vacated the belts, and me and him used to spar together when I was an amateur. So I was heckling him like, bro, you know what time it is, bro? Give me all them belts, So O'Neal wanted some money. I get it. He wasn't scared of me. He wanted money he had 4 belts, and they wasn't trying to pay him the money he wanted. So he vacated the IBF, left me number one. I had to go to Poland to win the title. Uh, we go to Poland that first fight, man. They switched up everything. They switched the judges up on us. The representative was friends with the promoter, the Polish promoter. It was just everything was against me. So I end up losing the fight. Uh, two judges to one, and the one judge was the American judge. I didn't know this guy. I didn't know this guy at all. Dude had me winning 11 rounds, losing one. Of course, the
Mm,
Polish judge had me losing 7 rounds, and the German judge had me losing uh, 8 rounds. And it's like, where are we getting this margin from? And
yeah, that's crazy.
it was a hookup. So we got into the locker room, and according to the IBF rules, you must give or you must receive a post-fight drug test, or it's an immediate rematch. No questions asked. And we sat in that locker room. They kicked us out the stadium. And was like, yo, y'all gotta go. And we like, ain't no drug test. They was like, what? So we left. So I filed my protest and I got the
Mm,
rematch. Got the immediate rematch. And I went over there, man, and just I didn't care about boxing that second fight. I was at home because I was 19-0 on that, going to Poland the first time. I was 19-0, about to be 20-0 world champion, and they robbed me of that. So now I'm 19-1, and I go back, but while I'm at home and in training camp, I'll be walking around the house in tears. I'm like, man, they robbed me. You know what I mean? Like I beat that dude. So, but I did learn in that fight is you can't if you want to be successful overseas, you cannot box regular, like you're comfortable. Pop, 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 pop. You have to be intense. You have to have intent behind your punches, attack, box, mix it up, brawl. You got to be able to get down. And that changed the way I trained. So that second time I went back to Poland, man, I was thugging it out with that dude. I didn't care. I didn't care about getting hit. He hit me once, I hit him 3 times. It was an ugly fight. They made the ring. The ring was like a plastic covering over it, and it was slippery. It got slippery once we start sweating. So they know I like to move, but they didn't know this time I wasn't trying to move. You know what I mean? Because if I'd have slipped and this dude threw a punch, I most definitely would have been called a knockdown. So
100% facts.
so I was just rumbling this dude, man. It was ugly. I had bruises on my forehead from we were headbutting so much together, boom, boom, boom. And I thugged out a win. I thugged out the win, yo. And man, I freaking cried in that ring, bro. Cause I'm like, oh, that was one of the best feelings I ever had in my life, yo. Was winning was finally being called a world champion.
Now that's what's up. Now you got your little man's in the boxing now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Your son.
yep,
I got the chance to watch him at TCL.
yeah,
Really, he did a real good job, 100%.
yeah, yeah.
Um, what is it, y'all? Is he trying to live off that SS name and take it further?
Well, yeah, the son's supposed to be better than the father. You know what I mean? They're supposed to do better than the father. Now, in the area, he can be better than me overall in everything. He can be. Um, in the area, he's different as me now. I mean, he's a southpaw. He's shorter, but he's more craftier than I was. He's craftier and creative with his boxing. Um, I just try to take the stress off him. I try to tell him, don't be like me. Don't worry about being like me. But yeah, the goal is for him to take the name and take it further. We can use the name to get him in, most definitely, and he can fight. Don't get it twisted. But we use the name, get him in, let the world see him, and then he go off on he do his own thing. He'll become who he is. I mean, he is Steve Cunningham Jr. There's always going to be a bit of a shadow on me, but once the world starts seeing his skill set, you're gonna know he's a different type of animal. Now I got a 14-year-old who's a three-time national champ.
Mm.
He's fighting at 114 pounds. He just started getting tall. I mean, literally this summer he sprouted up at least 4 inches. Um, Gained so much weight, gained about 10 more pounds, and he's gonna be tall like me, Cruz Cunningham, and we just getting him right. It's gonna be crazy with both of them. So it's
That's
it's, it's all good.
I got a 13-year-old that is doing his thing right now.
That's
You know
what's
what I'm
up.
saying? He didn't start the amateur yet. He didn't start amateurs yet, but
Yeah.
we got something that we trying to put in the works right now,
Okay.
event wise. You
Oh
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I'm gonna talk to you more about that off
All right.
you know what I'm saying, but hopefully we'll have him on that card for his first amateur fight.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
And so hopefully it'll probably be this summer.
Yeah. Good shit.
You know what I'm saying? So he been working hard, you know what I'm saying? Peace to his coach, not real and all of that. And peace to
Yeah.
Falcone too. I don't know if you ever seen Facio Falcone. He 12-0, fighting at 130. This kid is gifted, man.
Oh yeah. I'm
He,
sure I seen him. I'm sure I did.
he's hella gifted. He basically he got his own gym. And
Okay.
my son trains out of his gym and he assistant coaches my son. You know what I'm
All right.
saying?
All right.
He got my son's head movement and defense on point.
Yeah.
I'm saying, so definitely peace to him. So y'all be seeing y'all be hearing some news real soon. Like, but I'm gonna hit you up probably tomorrow and talk to
Okay.
you about what I got going on.
All
But
right. That's what's up.
now that's definitely good. Like you got both boys out there doing it. A lot of the parents or a lot of the fighters that I get up here that do got kids, they don't want their kids having no parts of boxing.
Yeah. That's crazy.
No parts of boxing. I'm like, what
That's
if your
crazy.
kid want to box? Nah, man, I don't stay over there with that. You're not coming over here. Nah, man, I don't want you to do this. Go be a doctor or something like that. Which I can respect it.
You can do them both.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit, my son plays football and boxes.
Right. Right.
So he go from a game going hard straight into
To
the
training.
gym. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? To go spar, whatever it is he got to do in the gym. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So two, what is it that you see? Like how is your view on the heavyweight division today?
Um. Man, my view on the heavyweight division is wide open. It's wide open until you get the Usyk. You know what I'm saying? It's wide open until you get the Usyk. I mean, like Dubois, he's got the IBF belt, the last one. Uh, you know, that's free, and he's about to fight Parker, and Parker's no freaking pushover. Parker might beat him. So that's gonna be a hell of a fight to watch. Everybody's watching that fight, and if it changes hands with Parker, that's just like every fight that IBF's been changing, being from Joshua Dubois Parker. So we'll see. I mean, Deontay Wilder basically looks done. I think he should try cruiserweight possibly, and then before he retires. But I mean, if he gets back in there with them heavyweights, he's just going to get knocked out again, man. Um, Fury still can give us a couple good hell of a fight. Like I think Fury and Joshua should just mix it up, get that out the way, give us what we want, and then they can both move on with with the end of their careers or whatever. But I mean, shoot, you got Big Baby Miller. You know what I'm saying? You got Bacoli. Shit, you got America's Mike Hunter. Mike Hunter beat Bacoli. I'm about to do a video about that because everybody's talking about Bacoli and they're not, or Bacoli, however you say his name. I know I'm screwing it up probably. But everybody's talking about him and nobody's mentioning the name of the guy who put the one loss on dude's record. You know what I mean? We gotta mention Mike Hunter,
Mike
you know?
Hunter, he's a fucking problem.
And Mike gave Usyk hell. Mike was probably Usyk's hardest fight, straight up.
Mike,
So Mike need to be talked about much more. They need to be Mike Hunter's name should have been in the mix. Been in the mix,
facts, facts.
straight up.
That's 100% facts. Um, all right, now I know like these are like the lighter weights and stuff like that, but you see like 135 is kind of buzzing. Yeah,
Yeah,
for the good and for the bad. You know what I'm saying? You got people like Tank Davis.
right, right,
As he says he's getting ready to retire, but with Tank Davis, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Because he
yeah,
say a lot of things just to fuck with our heads. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
But how you feel about like the like how could I say this? How you feel about like with them not fighting each other down there?
You know what? I'm gonna be brutally honest, man. I'm gonna be brutally honest. Like when I coming up as a young cruiserweight, we were fighting the best in the cruiserweight division in the late '90s throughout the 2000s. We were fighting the best back to back. Boom, boom, hey, trying to get the champ, trying to get the next guy above us, trying because that's how you got to the money. That's how you got to the belts. Boom, boom, boom. You look at my resume, bro. Fighting Kelvin Davis, Sebastian Rothman, former world champ, former world champ, former world champ, world champ. This and that. I beat all three title holders when I had the IBF. The other guys who had the belts, I beat them already. I couldn't get a unification. So that's what we did. Boom, 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 boom. Fight the best. There was no stay busy fight. So for the 135, bro, I'm looking like, what y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Like, all respect to Lamont Roach, but come on, man. Like, come on, bro. But I understand the business of boxing. I get the business of boxing. I get it. I get it. I get it. If they're building up these fights, but just by keeping people salivating longer, you make more money. Just like Floyd and Pacquiao, I get the model, but come on, man. Tank, he's the top dog. Tank, it's time to fight somebody. Fight a 50-50. We need to see Tank in a 50-50. We haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen Tank in a 50-50 yet. Now, you got guys who've been fighting shit 60-40. You know what I mean? 70-30. I've been in those positions before. But I understand, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. I get it. He is with a solid team, and and protection is part of the business. They're protecting their fighter. We're gonna move him right, get him the amount of money that makes him comfortable with the least threat. But for us boxing fans, because I'm not just the world champ, I'm a freaking fan. Bro, when we gonna get the 50-50 fight, my guy? You know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna pay for a pay-per-view. Until then, I ain't paying for shit. I ain't paying for shit. You know what I'm saying? We got Shakur, we got Tio, we got Loma, what I mean? We even got what's the boy from Puerto Rico? Who just lost his belt. The IBF.
Matias,
Matias. Yeah,
he,
man,
he would have to go. I don't think Matias is gonna be able to make 135 though.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He ain't go. I'm gonna be honest with you. From what I know of with
Yeah.
Tio can't make 135.
Mm.
He gonna try to make Tank go up.
Yeah.
Um, his issue is the last time he tried to make 135, he put a hole in his esophagus or some shit like
Oh
that.
wow, really?
I'm saying like he was sick fighting Cambosis.
Damn. Damn.
Today, I'm gonna be honest. Like you said, you're
Yeah.
gonna be brutally honest. I'm gonna be
Brutal.
brutally honest.
Yeah.
Today, I stuck up for him for that.
All right,
But
all right.
today, I'm glad that Cambosis beat his ass.
I feel you. Cause you know what? That made him better. Some
Nah, I don't think it made it better.
Nah.
He just ran up and start fighting a bunch of people that don't nobody know that he feel like he could beat. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
true. I
saying?
feel
He's
that.
another one that ain't really fought besides Josh Taylor. Who you really fought at 140? You really
Yeah.
ain't fight nobody.
But to his credit, to Tio's credit, at least he fought 50-50 fights. That Josh Taylor, because Josh Taylor was undefeated, right?
He was undefeated, but Josh Taylor been weight draining himself
Yeah.
past couple fights. He's scared to
Yeah.
go to 140. In my opinion, I believe that he's scared to go to 147 because he
So who
know he don't got it for them up there. He's been weight draining himself.
So who's Tank's Josh Taylor? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like on Tank's resume, who's Tank's Josh Taylor?
To me, I think it's gonna be somebody like a Devin Haney or a Shakur Stevenson. People can
Yeah,
say what they want
yeah,
about
yeah,
Devin. They can say
yeah,
what they want about Shakur.
yeah. Right, right.
Listen, I
That's
seen
gonna be
Tank.
fight.
I'm not saying that they're gonna beat Tank.
Right, right.
They're gonna give Tank a problem, a real problem,
Oh
because
yeah, no
Tank
doubt.
does have problems with people that could really move around. It ain't that really the head movement; it's the foot movement.
It's the foot
You got
move, the
some good
footwork.
foot movement like um a Shakur.
Yeah,
Tank gonna have some problems. They
true.
gonna call it running. They're gonna try to call it running,
They
but he gonna
will.
have some problems. He's
But
gonna
I
have some real
now
problems.
my brutal honesty with Shakur is Shakur gonna have to rumble. At some point, he gonna have to rumble. Like the way he fights is beautiful. I think Shakur is probably top two boxer in boxing under Usyk. You know
Mm.
what I mean? That's what that's what I give him.
Above?
I'm telling you, bro.
Over
Top two
boy?
boxing skill per skill. Shakur's that dude, bro. Like
I'm digging
seriously.
that. I can dig it.
That dude is nasty. Now, I would love to see him put on some performances in the ring, though. Like, bro, like, and but here's my thing with Shakur, and hopefully he sees this and he can correct me or not. But kind of like Roy Jones. So we saw Roy get robbed in the amateurs in the Olympics, right?
mm-hmm.
Brutally robbed. I mean, that crap was vicious. I know Roy was like, that'll never happen to me again. That'll never happen to me again. So he went and worked his cheeks off and did what he became a freaking god in boxing. So I seen the same thing when Shakur lost. You know, he was out there sideline crying and people laugh at it. And I'm like, no, I see passion and fire. I'm like, that dude, when I saw that, I'm like, yo, dude gonna be a monster. So but what Shakur did was Shakur was like, I'm gonna fight so clean that they'll never be able to rob me. Never. Dude ain't hit me. How you gonna get him to fight? He never even hit me. So that's possibly why we see Shakur the way he is. It's just like, bro, we need engagement. We want engagement. But if I'm Shakur's coach and he winning on his promoter, keep it up, champ.
Not
You know
facts.
what I mean?
Facts.
Keep it up.
You're gonna
Keep
keep
it up.
running. I mean, the money gonna keep. Here we go.
Facts. Facts.
Um,
So if Shakur loses those belts, there's gonna be an issue with trying to get him back in there because they're not gonna let him back in. He's got to keep them belts. He's got to make the most he can with that and stay on top. And he's boxing clean. We just some of us diehard fans, we just want to see a little engagement. Even Crawford was like, "Bro, what was you doing? You see that fight when Crawford was questioning him? You know what I mean? Even his man is like, bro, what's up? So now my thing with Devin Haney, Devin. All right, a few things with Devin, right? I'm totally with Devin with what he's doing with the steroid crap. I'm totally with him because I fought Antonio Tarver. Antonio Tarver failed the drug test,
mhm.
so and he failed before. He was on suspension. He had a 2-year suspension before. Came back, stopped Jonathan Banks, and then he fought me, and we fought to a draw. Find out he's on this stuff, and it's like, all right. I had told people in the during the open workout, if he fails, because it was always on my mind. I'm like, once a cheater, always a cheater. I'm like, if this dude fails, I'm going to sue him. So after he failed the test, me and my lawyer, who is Floyd's lawyer, Vladimir's lawyer, John Hornerer, we went and inquired about filing a lawsuit against Antonio Tarver due to him using PEDs. And the other lawyers we talked to, they were like, listen, what injuries did you sustain outside of the range of boxing, of being a boxer? And I was like, what do you mean? He was like I was like, I had a swollen lip and my eye was swollen. And he was like, that's normal boxing injuries. They're like, what other injuries did you sustain? He was like, really, the only injuries that will be counted as used against a cheater would be death or coma. That's it. That's
Um,
it. So you can't sue. I'm gonna see where this Devin Haney thing goes because he's got way more money than I had. You know what I'm saying? And we know money means something in the judicial system. But
damn sure do.
you know what I mean? But from me, from my experience, they basically like you gotta either be in a coma or freaking dead in order to sue a mug that
With
had Pez, that was on Pez.
with the lawsuit, from what I've been hearing, it ain't looking good too good for Devin.
It ain't gonna look good because of that. Because of that. I mean, and once you do that, it's gonna rewrite the whole rule in sports, not just boxing, sports overall. Football, because them dudes juicing, basketball, they juicing, injuries happen. Just it's gonna rewrite some rules and laws. So the system ain't gonna let that happen. You know what I mean? Unless a mug now, if a mug get put to sleep, I mean coma or killed by a dude on pets, that's the only time we're gonna see a change dealing with this pet shit.
Nah, if I'm not mistaken, Zab Judah caught a
That
lawsuit
Judah.
off of caught,
Yeah.
caught, caught a lawsuit from
Cause
taking PEDs, but he was hospitalized
yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. Yeah, he
You know
was
what I'm saying?
hospitalized,
Tubes
came
coming
out.
out his head and all of that,
Yep,
just
yep. That's my bro too. Yeah,
horrible. Like I'm real big. Well, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? We got a mutual friend. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? KCR, I'm real
Yeah.
big on not taking PEDs.
Right, right.
And mainly because of Zab Judah. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, it broke my heart to see some of these fighters that I love coming up as a kid
Yo, popping
taking
on them tests.
PEDs. And
Yup.
it was blatant. As soon as they stopped taking it, they getting
Yeah.
their ass whooped.
Hold up.
Like, so it's crazy.
Yeah. And I ain't, I ain't saying no names, but we got lists. We got a list of fighters that we know is on the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of ways to tell who's on and who's not. You know what I mean? And we got a list, but I'm just keeping my eye. We're just keeping our eyes on them and whatnot. But there's nothing you can do, because if you can't prove anything, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, it's crazy, right? With the whole Devin and Ryan situation, I say first that when he fought Tank, me and Casey had a conversation. And Casey told me, yo, listen, I ain't got the proof, but I'm
right.
telling you, Ryan's juicing.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
said, I
yeah.
see it. He said, yo, listen, man, I
Facts.
study this shit. I know it.
Yep.
Ryan is juicing.
That roid rage is a bitch
And,
too.
nah, it is. It is. And
Yeah.
I told him, I said, yo, listen, I said, I was trying my hardest not to put that on Ryan. Even though he was on that Canelo team and
Yeah.
everybody on Canelo's team got popped for drugs.
There we go.
Everybody got popped except for Ryan and Andy
Yeah.
Ruiz. So I tried
Mm.
to keep it to where, like, you know what, I ain't gonna put that jacket on him yet. And Casey kept saying it. And then out of nowhere, Casey hits me up again, maybe a week or two before the fight. And he tells me, yo, listen, Ryan is dirty. And don't be surprised if he pops. And he popped. Well, you
There
can
we
hear me?
go.
You can hear me?
Hold up, I can't hear you. God damn. I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Damn, I can't even hear you. Somebody tried to call me and messed up my whole
Um,
connect.
um,
Damn.
come out and then come back in.
Huh? Yeah, the mic is unmuted. Oh, this is wild.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can't hear you at all. I might have to go out and come back in. All right, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
But now listen, man, this drug shit real. People try to negate it. They try to run with their own narratives. And this shit is bad, man. We really need to put some type of real rules in place for this. Because people are getting hurt, man. And these fighters are putting on entertainment for our enjoyment. You know what I'm saying? For our enjoyment. Even though, yeah, we paying for these fighters to fight, but at the end of the day, we want them to fight. We want to see them fight again after that fight.
Yo, facts.
So with us negating the fact that maybe it was our favorite fighter that came up dirty, we got to still acknowledge that, yo, man, this guy's a cheater. And I'm gonna be
Yep.
real.
Yep.
If 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 I was one of the top dudes in boxing, like not a fighter, but like somebody that makes the rules, y'all wouldn't be fighting no more. There would be no
Yeah.
Canelo no more. There would be no Canelo, no Ryan Garcia,
Right. Right. Right.
no Roy Jones, none of them dudes.
I feel
None of
you.
them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like I watched one of my favorite fighters get popped and was never the same.
Yeah.
Was never the same. You know what I'm saying? Now today, and they crucified him for it. Um, but like I said, like the whole Canelo organization came up dirty. Oscar
Yeah.
Valdez, and what do these guys get? They get a what? A
Slap on the
6 month
wrist.
suspension, or this dude ain't Oscar Valdez ain't even get a suspension. They gave this man a whole statue.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They
That's
gave him a
crazy.
statue. And
That's
let
crazy.
him continue on and rock on like this. That's crazy.
So, so yeah, let me finish my Devin joint, right?
Yeah,
So with that, I'm in agreement with him suing, trying to sue. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Um, next, if Devin doesn't call for the rematch with Ryan, he's gonna be permanently stained. You know what I mean? Like he has to rematch Ryan. I'm not and beat him to make a certain claim. But if he doesn't beat him, at least he rematched him. But he has to call Ryan or get that fight signed for the rematch. He cannot continue on his career and retire and be like, hey, nah, bro, you have to fight Ryan again. You have to.
don't quote me on this, but if I'm not mistaken, I think he's been trying.
Oh, okay, okay,
I
that's what's
think
up.
he's been trying, and Ryan just Ryan being Ryan, running his mouth,
Yeah,
telling him no, but he's
he
still
has
making
to, man.
memes and calling him his son and all that other stuff. Some of the shit funny. I like
It's
Devin.
funny. It's
I like
entertainment. It's
Devin, but a
entertainment.
lot of this shit that I've been seeing, I just cannot not laugh. It's
Yeah,
funny as hell, but I still got
yeah,
hella respect for Devin. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That
Fact,
man
fact.
got up
I
all
like it.
3 times.
I like Devin. I like his determination. I like his grit. I like his hard work. You know what I mean? And you can't, dude, it ain't too much flashy about Devin, but he gets the job done nicely. He sticks to the foundation and he gets it done. That shit is dope. You know
Facts,
what I
facts.
mean?
I got hella love for Devin. I'm
Yeah.
not. I like Devin. I like Tank. I
Right.
love Shakur.
Right. Right. I feel
You know what
you.
I'm saying? Shakur, and I think I really love Shakur because I love Terrence Crawford.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite
Buzz,
fighter
man.
today. I love
Buzz the
Crawford.
man. Buzz the man.
And I've been with Bud before Bud name was super duper big or
Yeah.
any of that. I've been on it with Bud. Um, but I guess it was from him always supporting Shakur. I grew to love for Shakur. You know what I'm
Right. Right.
saying? And
Right.
to me, out of all of them, Shakur my favorite.
Yeah.
But I just see like the hate that all three of them get from people.
Yep. Yep.
And sometimes it just, I know some things people do be right, but a lot of this stuff be out of just pure hate. Especially the main one is Devin. He get the most
Yeah.
hate out of everybody. And he's
Yeah.
the one that did everything that
He
everybody asked.
did, right. Because Devin's the only one that's been fighting top dudes back to back. You know what I'm saying? He's been fighting top dudes, or I'll say, 50-50 fights. Because him and
Fact.
Loma was a 50-50 fight. And I listen, I watched that fight over and over, and I did a dope video about that fight. Devin did his thing on that fight.
Facts. That
Loma,
body
Loma,
work was immaculate.
right. Loma was fighting like he was the champion. You're fighting the champion. You know what I'm saying? So Loma was used to that favor, and man, he missed it. He missed it. He missed out on that decision. And yeah, Devin's the only one out of those guys, the 130, 135s, 140s, that's been really fighting mugs. You know what I'm saying? Really been
That's
fighting names.
a whole fact. That's a whole
Straight
fact.
up.
That's a whole fact. Now when it comes to like you said what you said about Shakur, right? Now we know
Right.
Shakur got a fight out of all of them. Shakur, the one that got a fight coming up soon with Kid Austin.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you see that fight going?
I see that fight a win-win for Kid Austin. That's how I see that fight.
Mm,
Now, what I mean is, if Kid Austin get in there and Steven Shakur boxes him like we normally see, stay away, tap, stay tap, tap, stay away, defensive master he is, and Austin barely touches him. he got in there with the champ, made a good check. He shot his shot at the titles. You can't blame him. Nobody's gonna be mad at Austin for losing the fight like that. Nobody, because nobody likes to see that. Nobody don't want to see Shakur fight like that. Now if Austin gets in there and he touches Stevens, I mean Shakur and Shakur, a couple times and just does better than normal than that we've seen done to Shakur, and still loses, he wins still. He still wins. Austin still wins because it's like, damn, he did that. His stock's going to still go up.
That's a fact.
Now,
I
if he
see.
lucks up and gets in there and beats him, most definitely. But even if he loses, he wins still because he got in there with the champ, with the unified champ. So that's a win-win for Kid Austin. It's a check and stay busy for Shakur. Hoping if he handles it the way he normally handles it, and then we can move on to something bigger, better in next time.
Now, in my eyes, I believe Shakur got something to prove. I
Yeah,
think they both. I think they both got something to prove because Kid Austin definitely talked his way into this fight,
yeah,
or his father talked the son's way into this fight, and
uh-huh,
so he definitely got something to prove. But now
yeah,
Ford definitely had something to prove with all the doubters that he's
right,
had
right,
2 fights. You know what I'm
right,
saying? All of a sudden he has 2 hard fights and everybody is, oh nah, he sucks and whatever.
yeah.
But what if Shakur goes in there and knocks this kid out? Do we call him a hype job?
Who, Austin? Do we call Austin a hype job?
Yeah, like I'm not gonna call him a hype job. I know the kid.
Nah.
I'm not gonna call him a hype job, but you know how the fans get today, especially the
Right,
casuals.
right. Nah, we can't because what would be said or might be should be said is that's Shakur turned up finally. This is what happened when he turns up. That's how it could be spun. Austin's not a hype job. We see that. We know that. He's a dog. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So we can't call him a hype job. And he didn't really fight his way to the title. You know what I mean? It was a call out, but he was there. He was there at the peak, ready to fight. So nah, we could never call him a hype job. No, because Kid Austin is the truth. You know what I mean? He's nice.
All right, all right. So when it's really time for you to be like, yo, I'm not doing this shit no more. I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm hanging up the gloves. What is it that you want these people out here to remember you for?
You know what? I don't give a fuck. Tell you the truth. I'm gonna be honest. You know what? I did what I did. I came in this sport. I did what I did. I was I'm highly conditioned. My body, my skill. I got great boxing skill. I was voted best cruiserweight boxer 2 years. You know what I mean? Throughout my reign, top cruiserweight champ, top cruiserweight for years. And whatever anybody can take from that, take it. You know what I mean? Outside of that, hey man, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't really care. I know I'm in the books. I'm a legend. I'm one of the best cruiserweights to ever do it. I should be in the top 10. Should be. We'll see. I mean, I've seen some lists and I'm on it. And I agree with that. But yeah, I can't worry about what I did my thing. I pushed and gave, and when I say I gave my all, bro, I gave my all. Like I am not capping. I gave my freaking all. I sacrificed time with my family, going to training camp. Man, I inspired everybody in my era, from Vladimir, Larry Donalds, Oliver McCall, man, you name them, Wayne Braithwaite, da 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 da. I went to Austria, Belgium, Romania, man, everywhere for sparring, yo. So whatever anybody can take from my career and they call it that, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That
But it won't be negative though, because I put in some work.
now that's definitely the realest answer of that question that I've gotten up here. That's
Yeah.
real. Kept it 100% real. You ain't try to be politically correct or none of
Right,
that.
right.
Like that's real. You gotta respect
Yeah,
that. Um,
yeah.
do you see yourself coaching, being a coach or
Oh,
a trainer?
oh yeah. I mean, I train my sons. When I had my gym up 2017 to 2020, I'm sorry, yeah, 2022, I had a full amateur team, man. We had about 12 amateurs, all weights from 8 years old up to grown men going to the national tournaments. I trained a pro heavyweight here. He was already established, but I trained him for a few fights. He won a little regional title. I was so excited at that. Um, So yeah, yeah, and I'm in my son's corner, junior. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I would most definitely be a trainer. No, most definitely. But I'm a be honest here too. I'm just be honest all show, but uh, I don't really want to train anybody outside of my sons right now. You know what I mean? Like because I had that whole amateur team, and it's like I take pride in the work I put in. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when people see Steve USS Cunningham, hey, that's USS Cunningham. He's always been dope condition. He's always ready. He's always right. I walk to the ring with some amateur who ain't fucking running right. You know what I mean? This dude ain't putting in the work, and it's like they're expecting to see pieces of me in this fighter, and I had to really get on some of my fighters for that. Like, dude, like, listen, you chose to train with me, and I told them in the beginning, there's a lot of pressure in that because people are going to be looking at you to look a bit like me, especially my sons. There's a lot of pressure on them, but they've
Definitely.
been they've been handling it. They've been handling it, and they're up for the challenge. But these other amateurs who aren't family, and it's like I can't. They didn't grow up with me. They didn't grow up with this drive. They're just coming into it, and it's like, bro, I need you to have that drive. I need you to have some similar factors that I had. And to be truthful, I was a bit insane with my shit. I was a bit insane with my shit. Yo, I couldn't go to bed without doing 200 push-ups and 200 sit-ups. I'm dead serious. Dead ass. Almost every night. So
Dedication.
run. So it's like if you guys ain't doing stuff like that, you ain't gonna look like me. And but yeah, man. I'm really at a place right now where I just want to train my boys and there's a couple guys that I train like Case and Ophil. He's an amateur. His dad pushes the fire out of this young man. He's fire, so I'm like, I'm with that. And I'll mess with my homeboy Mike Manna, any day he wants me in the corner. But outside of that, man, I'm just that's what I want to do right now. That's what I want to train.
All right, and to that pressure that you said that like there's some pressure on your kids, right? There's a
Yeah,
there's a lot of guys coming out where their fathers were world champions,
right.
some of the greatest fighters in the world. Like you got Tim Tszyu, Costa Tszyu.
Yeah,
Do you
tough.
think do you think that all of those kids that have like the parents that got those type of names of the caliber of you and Costa Tszyu, and those type of fighters, you think that they go through that same type of pressure?
Oh yeah, they most do. They most definitely do, and they must. They're going to, especially you got the same name as your dad, your junior. You got Costa Zoo, you got Tim Zoo. That last name, man. It just it's especially us being champions and listen, Costa Zoo wasn't no clown. He wasn't no fluke champ.
Far from
USS Cunningham wasn't no fluke champ. I sometimes I had to tell my sons like, listen, don't worry about fighting. Like, don't worry about doing what I did. Just go in there and do. You're already talented, skillful, and in shape. Just do. Don't worry about me. And I know that's hard because they want to make me happy. You know what I'm saying? They see me growing up. They want to look like me. Go ahead, have fun though. So it's a lot. I know it's pressure on all of these fighters, man. On with the name of coming in and behind their dad. It's got to be. It has to be.
yeah, like not for nothing. Like I wasn't no big boxer. I trained a little something something when I was young, and like my son is somebody that he just want to make you happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
don't want you to look at him bad. He don't want you yelling at him, no nothing. So he
Yeah.
gonna do everything in his possible willpower to make you happy. And
Right.
so like I always told him like he like, yo, dad, you always gonna be there for me, right? When I start fighting. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna always be the third man in your corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't
Right.
matter what, I'm gonna be the nigga making sure you get your water, whatever it is.
Right.
I'm gonna be in your corner. Don't worry about that. But at the same time, I kind of got my doubts with that,
All right.
because his main thing is the first when that bell first ring, the first thing he do is look over to the side and look me dead in my eyes, and he going to
Yeah.
do the thing. If he gets into any adversity, his first thing is, yo, I gotta make my pops happy. So it frustrates him, and he gets all emotional. Now he's not walking him. Now he's not cutting off the ring no more. He's just walking
Yeah.
him down. Everywhere the dude go, he going. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
he end up losing. So like in my head, I'm thinking like, yo, maybe I shouldn't be there with this kid. You know what I'm saying, for him to see me. Because if he don't see me, then he like, all right, dude ain't here, he ain't watching. I go out there and do me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's sometimes it's a little rough, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. I know it is. And
Sometimes it's a
I
little
mean,
rough.
we dealt with that with Junior and Junior and Cruz. They were in the Nationals together at a point. Cruz was 8, 9. Two-time national champ at 10 years old.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And three-time national champ at 11. Cruz was doing his thing, but everybody wanted to come for him, because he was in the magazines, the title magazines, and this and that. But Junior, because his name is Steve Cunningham Jr., I told him, I said, bro, they coming for you. They're gonna be ready for you. They're gonna fight stronger and
But
harder.
no, listen, you coming out with your name got anything USS
Right,
on it, they
right,
definitely
right. They most definitely own you. So he picked the mantle up, and held us down greatly in the amateurs. He beat some top guys, got robbed by some top guys, and he's bronze medalist in the National Golden Gloves that year. Man, he should have won it, but that was he should have got silver or gold. But it is what it is. He got the bronze. He laid his thing down, and now he's 3-0 as a pro.
now that's what's up, man. I wish them both well.
Yeah,
Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, shit, I'm an old man. Like, yo, man, I watched their father when I was young. Now I'm watching
yeah,
them as an old ass man. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
what's up.
And they world champions and shit like that.
Yes,
But
sir.
so like, what type of advice do you got for these up and coming fighters, or even like the amateurs, or somebody sitting at home that might come across this video? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of like that haven't even stepped in the ring yet, but they really thinking about it.
All right. The major advice, and I always give this advice, is the work ethic. Your work ethic has to be borderline insane. If you want to perform at the elite level on the amateur scale and or the pro scale, your work ethic has to and discipline has to be touching insane. Sometimes going into insane. And that what I mean by that is you doing more than what people think you should do. You know what I mean? Like to get up to run, sprint, swim, lifting weights. You got to be so consistent with this that is in your DNA. It's in your DNA. And you look at me, I'm 40, I'm 48, I'll be 49 in July. Bruh, I look just the way I look when I was fighting because my discipline back then was so on point and consistent. I could not work out for a month and still be ripped up. That's just life
I
to
know,
me.
listen, no Diddy, no Diddy. But listen, man, like I said, when I seen this man, I dap dude up and like, yo, this ain't no 50-year-old body, man.
I feel you, man. Peace. I
Not
feel
at
you.
all. That
Appreciate
ain't
it.
no 50-year-old body. So you can tell that you definitely was
Yeah.
disciplined and stayed in the gym and stayed true
Yes.
to what you wanted to do.
Yep. That's my main advice for these fighters, man. The new guys and the guys that's in there, some who have stepped. Because I always when I got to fight, hey, you're fighting this guy. I look at his fights. I look at his body type. I can tell by your midsection which you if you run a lot, if you sprint, if most definitely if you're doing sit-ups and stuff, if I saw you was soft in the midsection, I'm like, I got him. I'm gonna get him in the later rounds. I'm gonna get him in the later rounds. Ain't no way. I'm gonna endure what he has, and then about round 6, round 5, 6, 7, 8. That's when he's gonna start breaking down. By round, if he makes it to round 9, 10, 11, 12, it's gonna be an open fest for me. I can just run off on him. If I look at your body and see you soft, nah, bro, that was extra. That was extra umph for me because I'm like, he don't work like I work.
Mm,
He don't work like I work. Ain't no way he beating me. He don't freaking work like I work. So, discipline and consistency.
no doubt. I got one very major question for you that
Yeah.
I spoke to Zab Judah about. He was the one that really made me even look into this type of stuff.
All right.
When you fought, right? First is a question for you. When you fought, how far off a weight were you when you weren't fight or didn't have a fight coming up?
Me, I never was off weight. I never was off weight. As a cruiserweight, I walked around at my fight weight. So that's one thing with Brother Nazim. Shout out to Brother Nazim, RIP. I
One of the greatest trainers ever.
his whole thing was game plan. You know, we go to training camp for game plan. We don't go to training camp to get in shape. You know, so a lot of fighters go to training camp to get in shape. We're going to training camp because I'm already in shape. I live boxing. When I don't have a fight, I'm going to the gym every day anyway. I'm still, you know, I know I'm gonna fight. I know I'm gonna get a fight. I'm still staying in the gym. I'm fixing areas where, you know, I need fixing or doing things I want to learn and grow. So when I come into training camp, I mean, I remember my last like 3 camps. Man, my first sparring sessions was 10, 12 rounds. Bah, 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 we going, and Nazim like, man, we gonna have to peel you back because you already right. Because my training camps were like 5 weeks long. I didn't have 8 week, you know what I'm saying, 10 week training. I didn't need that. That's for the guys who need to lose weight. They need to lose weight. I live in it. I go to the gym every day. So my training camp is about 6 weeks max. And from that, we are working on game plan. Just constantly redoing. Pop, 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 pop. That's just like the Fury knockdown. That overhand right. We drilled that overhand right every day in training camp. Every day for 6 weeks. Boom, 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 boom. Of course, we did other things, but at a point at the end of the camp, at the end of the training day, 3 rounds of overhand rights. Boom, 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 boom. And when it was time to launch it, I saw the opening. I didn't even think about it. It just happened. Boop. I was like, holy snap. Like, you can look at my face when you go look at that fight again. I walk back to the corner like I was
Yeah, yeah,
surprised. Like
nah,
that it
I
wasn't
see your
even
face.
it wasn't a conscious thought. It just happened. Boop. And that's from repetition. That's from repetition and consistency, game plan. And so man, I'm always on weight, bro. Always on weight. I never
That,
got out of weight.
that was one of the main things that me and Zab talked about. He
Yeah,
said, basically, he was like, yo, a lot of these young kids is killing themselves.
killing himself.
And don't realize what they doing. He said they don't want to stay. He said they probably don't want to stay in the gym when they ain't got no fight. They
Right,
out here chilling, partying, doing whatever they doing, and then they gain all this weight, 20, 30
right,
pounds, some 40
right.
pounds. Now, when you got to fight, you got to knock that 40 pounds off.
Yep,
You going up and down like that in the weights ain't doing nothing but killing your body. He said, and
killing
then
it.
you're not giving yourselves no time for your body to
Yeah,
acclimate to that weight. You just
yeah,
going back down there to 135 or 130, 126, and then jumping right back up in the ring. You know what I'm saying? And try to balloon up after. He was like, nah, that these guys need to be staying more around their fight weight when they not in the gym. He said, yo, go
yeah.
over 5, maybe 10 pounds. He was like, because you ain't got to go crazy to lose that. He
Right,
said, you
right.
already right. He said, you right there at that threshold. He was like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, y'all stay in the gym 24/7. And that was one of the main questions I've been meaning to ask fighters and I be forgetting is that weight draining process. Because a lot of these dudes,
Yeah,
there's a lot of fighters I know that I done seen before they fights, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, this kid, listen, I done been around this kid a couple times. There's
yeah.
no way in the world you looking like this to go into a fight, bro.
Yep,
They
yep. No
face
way.
be all sucked in, and I'm like, yo, if you stayed at that around that weight and really acclimated your body, you'd be a little
Yep.
different. And then come the day of the fight, they been swole back up. You know what I'm saying? They looking like regular, but in all reality, you done tweak your
Yeah.
body a little bit. You know what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying? And
Yep.
you just chipping away little by little. You just chipping it away until eventually it's gonna give up. You ain't gonna be able to do that no more.
Nope. Nope. That's crazy. Yeah, I never did that. I never blew up. I was never over the 200 weight limit as a cruiserweight. I was weighing it. I would go to the weigh-ins in Germany and Poland. Well, in Germany, because I was signed with the German promoter. I go to the weigh-ins drinking a gallon of water. Dude's looking at me like, what? I'm 197. I
Mm.
got 3 pounds to play with. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I need some water. you know, they starving down.
Yeah,
So
nah, that's exactly what they doing.
yeah,
That's
man, that
exactly.
was my thing.
But my brother, I don't want to hold you up no more. You gave
All
me
right.
an hour. You know what I'm saying? One day, maybe in the future, we gonna get into some real shit on here.
Yeah, let's
You know what I'm
go.
saying? We gonna get into some real shit on here. What I want to do is I definitely want to do an interview with you and Casey together.
Okay, okay, yeah, that'd be
You know what I'm
fire.
saying? I definitely want to do that. I want to set that up. You know what I'm
That'd be
saying? I got a
fire.
lot of love for Casey. That's my guy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he told me, because I called him, I'm like, yo, I ain't know that SS was gonna be here. I said, I'm
Yeah.
looking at him. He's over there talking to the commentator. You know what I'm saying? I said, and I didn't even know that he was up there, whatever, whatever. And he's like, yo, man, tell him to give me a call. I'm like, nah, I got you. You know what I'm saying? But and he even told me, he's like, nah, son, we got to do an interview together. He's like, I'm always
Yeah,
on the
that'd be
phone
fine.
with him. That I'm always on the phone with you. He's like, yo, we
Yeah.
just got to get together and do something. So nah, definitely want to get both of y'all up here together. You
All
know what I'm
right.
saying? Well, sooner or
Bet.
later we'll set that up. I'll talk to Casey to talk to you, and we'll all, you know what I'm saying, we'll manage that together. But if you could let them know where to find you at, you know what I'm saying, what you got going on next, and just let them know that
Yeah.
you came through the smokehouse to bless smoke with an interview.
Yeah, man. Yep. Most definitely came through the smokehouse. Holla at my guy, you know what I mean? Next thing up for me is I'm working on TCL, working on jumping into TCL. Hopefully I can spin that into a fight or two and then just be completely done. You know, I still got that bug. But you guys can reach me at USS is Legend X on Instagram, Twitter, same thing, USS is Legend. USS Comics, I got my own comic book company. I draw all the comics, turn fighters into superheroes. Check that out. That's on Twitter. I'm sorry, on TikTok.
I didn't even
It's on
know that about that.
TikTok.
I'm going to look at that.
Yeah, check that out, man. USS Comics, yo. It's on TikTok. Is I got a lot of my old accounts got taken from me on Instagram. So I started a new one. I'm gonna start a new comic book account starting the new year. And just check me out. USS Comics, baby.
Yo, y'all already know, man. I want to thank everybody for showing love and coming through, leaving your comments. We gonna be back up here tomorrow with we got another fighter that's from Gillian Wallow's fight party. You know what I'm saying? I want to say thank you to USS.
Yes,
This is
sir.
my guy right here. I got hella respect for this dude. I've been watching him since I was a kid. Definitely go follow him on Instagram, Twitter. Catch that comic book.
Yeah.
Listen, that's official. I didn't even know that was going on.
Check
So
them out, man. I got 4 comic books out.
I'm definitely going to check that out, man. I'm definitely
All
going to
right.
support that. But like I said, man, thanks to everybody coming through. Thanks for SS blessing us with his presence, man.
Yes,
We
sir.
unrolling this one, man. It's the Smokehouse. Peace.
Peace.